Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. So if you are here watching this video, you may have already decided that your next car will be the Tesla Model 3, but you might be wondering which model is the right model for you. While the three models that Tesla currently offers for the Model 3 look almost identical in appearance, there are some key differences that all buyers should take into consideration before making a decision that's best for them. And I have noticed one question that seems to be asked most frequently, and that is, which is better, the long-range Model 3 or the performance? And while what each person values when they go through a car buying process is different for everyone, I wanted to make this video today to share the reasons behind my own choice, and if I had to choose again, would I choose the performance over the long range? But before we get into the video, don't forget to like this video and subscribe so you don't miss out on any future content. And if you're already subscribed and are back for more, I just wanted to say thank you, as the last few months have been really a blast sharing these videos with you guys, and we are so close to hitting 1,000 subscribers. So again, just a quick thank you to everyone who's been really supportive over the last few months. With that being said, let's not waste any time and get right into the video. So luckily, when it comes to their products, Tesla doesn't offer a massive variety of options to choose from to begin with, simplifying the customer buying experience and streamlining production. The Model 3 is offered in three different options: the Standard Range Plus, Long Range, and Performance. The Standard Range starting at around $37,000, the Long Range at $47,000, and the Performance sitting at around $56,000 at the time I'm filming this video. With the different price points aside, the biggest question that most people have is probably the estimated range on each model. To find out what's best for you, you can go to Tesla's online configurator to compare the specs on each variant. The Standard Range starting at 263 miles of estimated range per single charge, the Long Range leading at 353 miles of range, and the Performance model sitting at 350 miles of range per charge. When buying an electric car, range is definitely the most important thing that you will want to consider. And one thing to keep in mind is that there is no single best option out of the three, considering that everyone's situation and needs will be different. But if you are someone who values maximum amount of range per charge, then the long range would be the most practical option for you. My suggestion would be to calculate how many miles you actually drive in a week and become familiar with the charging stations around you, whether that would be at home, at work, or on your commute. This will give you a good idea of how much range you actually really need and how frequently you will have to charge your car. If your current living situation allows for you to charge at home daily, and you are considering the Performance, I'd say that the slightly lower range on the Performance is not a deal breaker and is still enough to get by. Another important thing that I've mentioned in previous videos, but want to emphasize again, is that your real range or your actual range of your vehicle will not equal Tesla's advertised numbers. Your actual range is affected by many things, such as extreme weather or your own driving habits. If you're the kind of person who loves punching it all the way on the highway, or love going 0 to 60 frequently, then obviously that will drain your battery a lot more. Now, even with a Performance model, you can still choose between Sport mode and Chill mode to stretch your battery, but the long range definitely still comes out on top overall. So I hope that gives you a good picture of what you can expect when it comes to the range, but the three models do vary slightly when it comes to the interior of the car as well. The Long Range and Performance models both come with heated front and rear seats, and also a premium audio system that the Standard Range does not offer. The premium audio system offers 14 speakers, 1 subwoofer, and 2 amps, which provides a better performing, immersive audio experience. If you are someone who prefers or appreciates good audio, you will definitely want to go with the premium interior. I can tell you that the premium audio system alone, that are built into the Model 3, is without a doubt worth the extra price you would pay for on the dual motor models. When it comes to everything else, there is not much of a noticeable difference, other than some of the exterior add-ons that the Performance model gets. And for me, since range wasn't really an issue, to be completely honest, these added upgrades are what swayed my decision to choose the Performance over the long range the most. The Performance model comes with Performance brakes, which offer larger, stiffer calipers and two-piece discs for enhanced performance and thermal capacity. And I not only love the look of the red brake calipers, but simply love having the better performing brakes, especially with autopilot being such a big selling point on a Tesla. And even though Tesla's autopilot feature is already super safe, with emergency braking, collision warning, and blind spot monitoring, it is still nice to know that I have the performance brakes in case anything were to happen. Most of the other additions to come with the performance package are all purely for aesthetics, but I do really love the aluminum performance pedals and the carbon fiber rear spoiler that you get with it. And besides that, the most noticeable exterior difference is probably the 20-inch gray Uber turbine wheels, which I think look really great, along with the lowered suspension. I just think that it gives the car a much more aggressive look and a better stance overall, and I am really happy with my decision. One thing to keep in mind though is that with the 20-inch rims, it does come with a price. With the bigger rims, you do have to sacrifice some comfort. While it's not a terrible ride or a deal breaker for me, I do admit that you do feel it a little extra when you're driving on bumpy roads, and you do have to be extra careful to make sure that you avoid any potholes that can damage your car. In this aspect, I do think that the 19-inch sport wheels do offer a better experience for anyone in the car, but for me, I didn't mind sacrificing a bit of comfort for this, but I can see why this could be an annoyance for many people. To be completely honest, I actually knew that I wanted the performance immediately from the very beginning of my buying process, but overall, I do still think that the long range is probably the option that makes the most sense for the majority of people, especially for those who want to get the best value out of their money. While the range on the performance is more than enough for me, I realize that this may not be the case for most, and having that added range definitely brings the long range to the top of the list. And the very last thing that might play a part in your final decision is car insurance. And although car insurance is not what most people think about when shopping for a brand new car, and you much rather think about the different specs, I do think that it is important enough to mention. If you are thinking about going with the performance model, you can expect a bump in your premium on your monthly payment. To get a better idea, you can request a quote from your current carrier on what the price difference may be to see if it does fit within your budget. But with that all said, if I had to choose again, I would definitely go with the performance model. So far, I have zero regrets with the choice I made, and have never enjoyed driving any car as much as I did this one. And if you have made it to the end of the video, I really hope you found this video helpful. If you still have any questions, feel free to drop those in the comments below, and I will answer them all as best as I can. Thanks again all for watching, and I'll see you next time.